All right, hey everybody. So I'm actually streaming on two places today. I'm just trying this out. I've got my GoPro set up for kind of a wide angle throughout the shop, and I'm streaming that on Facebook. Okay. Sorry, I'm still just getting stuff set up. Hello, good morning. All right, so I've got two really big pieces of steel in there. Mono steel 4140. Yes, I'll say hi to you real quick. Yes, even though you've already got plenty of attention this morning. So one piece I want to do tomahawk out of, and the other piece is for an order. It's going to be kind of crazy, but it's a huge axe. So, yeah, we're going to get started here right now. I'm going to grab my safety glasses. I'm going to move this one over here. Okay, there's that. All right. Okay. You got banned? What did you get banned for? So the big piece of steel is going to be an axe. It's part of a special order. The smaller one, I want to do a tomahawk. There's way too much there to do a tomahawk. But I'm going to square it up, get it to the size I want, and then I can cut it off, or I'm going to just make a crazy tomahawk. I don't know. We'll see. All right, can everybody Facebook. Hey, thanks for watching. This is a little different because I'm running 2 cameras, 2 live streams. I am watching the comments. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. Stephen Davis, how you doing, man? So I've noticed there's some lag between Facebook and what I see, so I'm pulling it up on my iPad. All right, so yeah, like I was just saying, I'm running my GoPro live on Facebook today, just kind of see how it's going. I want to expand and pump up my other social media presence because all the talk about TikTok getting banned, I want to have a plan if it does. All right, let's do another press. I keep looking at that big piece of steel thinking, man, that's way too much steel, but for that project, I don't know that it is, so. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't really cuss either on live. Although, I got kids, so I don't cuss that much anyways anymore. I'm sure that'll change when they grow up and get out of the house. Then I can start talking like a Marine again. Hey, Steven. Yeah, she's doing great. She's loves hanging out, following me around when I'm doing my lives. She's got to be the center of attention. There you go. All right, I need more coffee. right, hey everybody, if you're just joining, welcome. I'm working on what's going to be a huge axe and tomahawk today. So I don't really have a plan for either. I'm just winging it, which is kind of what I like to do anyways. So this was, the big axe is for an order, but we'll see how that goes. All right, for everybody over on Facebook, I'm working on a tomahawk, and it's going to be a really big axe. I'm just winging both of them. I don't really have a set plan. I've got something envisioned, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so we've got... All right. All right, like I said, I don't really have a plan, so that's what I'm trying to work out in my head right now. Top of the morning, heating the bricks in back of you. That's my forge. I guess I'm not, if that's a question or a statement, I guess I just don't quite get it. All right, I'm gonna switch out to my combo dies for you on Facebook. Combo dies. I've got 200-pound propane tanks. I was supposed to get an on-site tank, but the county inspector, after it was all installed, ready to go, the county inspector said no, because he didn't like that I have a forge that I was going to be using it for. Told me I needed to have a forge that had UL listing and all this other stuff. I'm like, yeah, they don't make those. That's not a thing. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to fight them later, and because I got a bad back, so hauling these 100-pound tanks sucks. Okay. Seattle, you're just cross state from me. I'm over in Spokane. Welcome to the live. Where's my coffee? All right, so everybody over on Facebook, if you have any questions, put it in the comments. Actually, it looks like there's only 2 over on Facebook. But if you've got any questions, put it in the comments. I will answer. Gotta heat up for a little bit. It's the problem of having big pieces of steel. So all my TikTok people, I had one of my videos go kind of viral this weekend. It's over 600,000 views. I'm stoked about that. Also picked up like 13,000 new followers, so that was awesome. Kind of a crazy weekend as far as that goes. Alright, so you guys on Facebook, well, the one person on Facebook right now. So like I keep saying, this is kind of, trying this out. I've never used GoPro for this, and so let's kind of see how it goes. My goal is I'm going to start doing lives over on YouTube. Unfortunately, that wasn't going to work this morning because I had to apply for something on YouTube. It takes 24 hours. But anyways, I think I'm going to try to go back and forth between doing lives on YouTube and doing lives on Facebook. So I do these lives every Monday on TikTok. And so that's why you see me over here talking to the other camera. There's a lot more people over there on TikTok. Numbers will range from anywhere from 10 on my live up to like 300 or 400 people at a time watching. So I do pay attention to that a little bit more, especially because they're asking more questions. All right. All right, so I'm just waiting for those pieces of steel to heat up. I'm just gonna try to start shaping the small tomahawk. I am gonna segment out the big piece. So I'm gonna make a section of it that's smaller, that's about 3/4 of the way down. And that's where we're gonna punch through for the hole that's gonna be for the handle. So, yeah. this. I know that thing's really annoying. I'm sorry. I wish there was a way in these lives that I could cut that sound out. In pre-recorded stuff, you can do that, but at least not that I'm aware of. If anybody knows that that's possible, please tell me. Mud Duck, right on. What's going to be your first project? All right, I'm going to check on the Facebook real quick. All right. Actually, now that I'm looking at the Facebook, it shows that I've got one viewer on there, and I think that's me. Because I've got pulled up on my iPad. So that sucks, but you know, whatever. It's Facebook. Facebook sucks. We all know that. All right, so this is a debacle with that big piece of steel. That thing is heavy. I mean, it's got to be 20, 30 pounds. I don't really know. I didn't weigh it, but it's a huge piece of steel. It's a pain in the butt. I'm going to see if I got a different set of tongs that'll work for that. Oh, and I got a new dorky mug. Different set of tongs. These should work a little better. That's no offense, Mud Duck, but that's really, really backwards. And honestly, man, you are going to end up creating more work for yourself in the long run. Focus on getting shapes down first. Focus on what it takes to actually make a knife. This is actually the reason I tell people don't buy a forge first. Buy a flipping 2x72 grinder, because every blade has to touch that grinder, whether it's profiling, doing the bevels, shaping the handle, sharpening. It's the tool everything has to touch. So that's why I always tell people go for the grinder first. Now, you already got forge, you're already going that way. Don't try to make Damascus right out the gate. Learn how to move the steel first. Yes, I do make hunting knives, skinning knives, all sorts of stuff. I do have some on my website. I have a really cool little caping knife. The thing's like a scalpel, and it's got a little leather sheath. Check those out, woodsonKnifeCo.com. The link is in my bio, so if you want to go to the main page on my TikTok, hit that. Go check out the store. Yeah, now, I'm not saying you can't make Damascus or layered steel. I want people to learn how to do that. But I want people to learn how to do things in an order that makes sense. Now, I'm not going to shame somebody for going, forging first when I recommend getting a grinder first. I mean, it's all up to you. That's just my main recommendation. Now, when you're getting into forging and stuff, start with the basics. I mean, some people say, hey, hammer out 100 leaves, little metal-shaped leaves, and use them for keychains. I've never done that. I don't plan on ever doing that. I have no interest in making leaves or keychains. So I went right to forging out a knife. Get yourself some decent steel. 1084 is really easy to work with. You can get from New Jersey Steel Baron, Pop's Knives, all sorts of places. Hell, you can get it on Amazon, though I don't know I would trust it. But yeah, get yourself some 1084. 1/4 inch thick is more than you need. So you can go a little thinner than that. 1/4 inch thick does give you a little bit more leeway, but work on getting that shape and that profile. And then later, you'll be able to start making the Damascus and then combine the two. Because going straight to making layered steel or Damascus, it's past putting the cart before the horse. I mean, it's putting the cart where it's supposed to go and leaving the horse at the stables. Oh yeah, that's easier. now I'm gonna go open this stuff. This is punch lube. The LBS blade, it's getting closer. The blade is done. I actually finished sharpening it this morning, and I've got assembled, disassembled. It is going to be traditional, so it's not going to be glued together. I did bed it with glue, or with epoxy, I should say, but it's not going to actually be epoxied in there. It'll just be the one pin. So pretty stoked about that. So I've got the handle pretty much set up. I need to do the wrap and a couple other things and work on the sheath. All right, I gotta open this. I set it under there so it drips back in the little cup, because that stuff's not super cheap. See how this is looking. Not quite there. Turn up the heat just a little. All right, so Richard asked, what am I making? So I'm making a huge axe and something like a tomahawk. I'm not quite sure. The big axe is for an order. I'm just kind of messing around with it right now. I don't have an exact plan for either of them. We're just having some fun, and hopefully something cool comes out of it. But we'll see. That's pretty much done. So that's one punched. Close this thing up. Pounded out the, no. That's not something I'm going to do ever. I'm a disabled veteran. I've got a really bad back. I have this power equipment for a reason. Plus that billet, that size, there's no way. I mean, in the way I did that billet, doing it by hand would be insane and dumb. I mean, I wouldn't have it done in time. That's for sure. saying it can't be done, but I am saying I wouldn't do it, regardless. Just because there's just so much going on with that. It's got a 3,200 layer core. No. Richard, thank you. Yeah, if I could have done it, but there's absolutely no point. There's every once in a while people be like, oh, you use power equipment. They didn't used to use that. I guarantee you with 100% certainty, any bladesmith from 1,000, 2,000 years ago that was introduced to this equipment, they would be in love and would never go back. So when people tell me, oh, you should do it by hand, I laugh because it's not good for me physically. Two, it just doesn't make sense when you got the tools. One, it's not good for me physically. Two, it just doesn't make sense when you got the tools. Smarter, not harder. No worries. And back to the Snafu's comment, man, I'm not hating on what you're saying. It's just not going to ever happen. Now, doing like a mono steel, or even taking a piece of Damascus, forging that to shape by hand, that's fine. But drawing out Damascus, especially when I'm starting with a billet this freaking big and ending up with one that's this freaking big, no. Richard, actually, that's kind of what I'm working on. The big one is going to be my take on Stormbreaker. Or at least that's the plan. Things are ridiculous size, so we'll see. All right. What I need is a second person with like big 8-pound sledge or something. But here we go. Let's try it. Maybe not. All right, check Facebook. I think Facebook might be a waste of my time. I've only had a couple people on there at once, so. But I think it's streaming on my personal page, not where I wanted it to, whatever. Next time I'm going to be streaming on YouTube, see how that goes. Because I want to kind of start, maybe not splitting my time, but actually putting some time into YouTube videos, lives, all that stuff. Just in case TikTok goes away. Oh yeah, let's get this. All right, I'm just getting set up over at the press. No. Sorry, I'm trying to find a good angle. Really? She has decided she can jump up and grab my attention anytime she wants now. Which we're going to work on that. Because recently she started jumping up on my wife and my mother. And they're not a fan. fans, here, plural. Okay. Let's see here. That'll have it down. Hot. We're going to move this. There we go. Uh, 16 ton. Though I really wish I would have got the 25. Hindsight. All right. I think we're actually going to start shaping that tomahawk or whatever it is. I don't know that it's going to be a tomahawk. We'll see. Not quite ready for the other one. Okay, so for everybody just coming in, I am working on a big, huge axe and a smaller one. The smaller one I think is going to be kind of like a tomahawk. I'm not really sure yet. I don't really have a set plan for these. I'm just kind of winging it. The big axe is going to be my take on Stormbreaker, supposedly. We'll see, because this thing's freaking huge. And I got a lot of work to do on it. Hey Joe, how you doing? Yeah, good to see you too, man. Yeah, I'll be doing shipment later today. I don't know if I'm gonna get everything out this afternoon, but I'm gonna try. So I got a few orders to ship out, including yours. Okay. We're going to try going over to the power hammer next. See how that works. See how that goes for us. There we go. right, big one's not up to temp yet, so. No, Richard, not Damascus. This is just 4140 steel. It's good steel for axes, tomahawks. That's what I'm doing. So, yeah. I was going to work on my last blade standing sword, but I need to work on this order and wanted to do something a little different. I spent a lot of time, so I took pretty much Thursday, Friday off last week, and all I really did was work on that sword. I did a little bit for orders, but not much. I think we're going to need to do that on the press. At least to get much further along. Now, I don't expect to finish really either of these today. It'd be cool if I can finish the tomahawk or the small one, whatever it's going to be, but I'm not going to expect it. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. It's had a lot of attention over the weekend. That video that I posted Friday night went over 600,000 views and added like 13,000 followers to my TikTok, which is really cool. That's fine. Joe, you were way too kind, my friend. Way too kind. But Yeah, I was pretty excited about that video. See, Joe, look what you started. Now my wife's in here trying to puff up my ego. She knows better. Love you, honey. Yeah, she probably only got on for a quick second. She usually just gets on quick enough to write the message and then she's got to go back to work. So don't feel bad if she doesn't respond, Joe. Yeah, she's much cooler than I am, that's for sure. Don't ask me how I pulled that one off, because I have no idea. Now, I do blame it on her poor eyesight. Every once in a while, she talks about getting LASIK, and I tell her no, because she will leave me shortly after when she can finally see all this. All right. I'm going to do a little work on the anvil. At least that's my thought. Thing's funky. We'll see. You got a move, girl. What? Oh, okay, Semper Fi. I thought maybe that was some slang acronym or something. Might try something on the power hammer, but I won't move the camera. Give me a sec. I think what I need to do, well, I'm working on a really big axe and a small one. And the big axe is for a special order, but right now I'm just kind of playing around. I don't have a real set plan on how this is going to work, which is okay. Well, I should have seen that coming. So now I put the heavy drawing dies in. We're going to see if that helps it should help kind of draw that out a little bit more. Belts to show up? Oh, that's never fun, man. What are you working on? Do some hammer work on the anvil here, I think. All right, back to the power hammer. What's your LBS sword going to be? Gotta change the grip. I'm just having a lot of trouble controlling that thing. Ninja? I thought I was the only one doing a Japanese sword. Are you doing like a wakizashi like I am? Curtis, so I'm working on a really big axe and a small one. I'm just honestly kind of playing around. It's been a long time since I've done an axe of any kind, like over a year, and yeah, I just want to give it a go again, see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. The little ones, they're both kind of but we're just starting out, so we'll see. The big one is just insanely heavy, and I'm having I'm having a really hard time maneuvering it. Oh, that's the name of the design, Ninjato. Is that right, Ninjato? Need a good throwing axe? Yeah, I've got some. Oh, Unius stuff just jumping up, girl. It has become a problem. Oh. You're okay, come here. You're not in trouble. Hey, up. Good girl. She has started jumping up on my wife and my mother without them wanting her to, so we're working on that because it comes from in here. I let her make a bad habit. Okay. Gotcha, okay. I had the camera turned wrong. I'm sorry, everybody. I mean, it's savable, it's fixable, but I'm just not super happy with the shape, but we'll see. It's so early on, I shouldn't be worried about it. Yeah, I shouldn't even have to do that with her. She's so smart. I should be able to just a couple times of doing this, telling her not to and making her wait till I tell her to jump. Should work. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I've never done one either. And I'm going my take on traditional, not fully traditional, but yeah, nothing a grinder can't fix. I know. It's still over an inch thick. Ah. Okay, here we go. Check the comments. Yeah, I'm not going to put a harness like that on her. Sorry, Richard. She's my service dog, and she's really smart. It's not going to take me long to train this out of her, and it's also something she just started doing, really. So I'm not honestly worried about it. Okay, Dragon Sports. So what I'm hearing is people saw mine and went, "Oh crap!" and started making Japanese swords. Oh, gotcha. Three times? How? Why? That seems ridiculous. Oh, well, yeah, if he's trying to do it traditional, I mean, that's cool. I'm just, man. Yeah, in the end, there will be only one. Now, I don't think it's going to be me. I don't have any, with the Smiths, they're in this competition. I don't know. If I make it to the second or third round, I'm going to be happy. But we'll see. Apparently, I'm heading out there for the competition. So my wife made that decision for me. So I got to find a place to stay out there, but all right, I think it's not so much about having faith. It's just one, I try not to get my hopes up too much on stuff, but two, I've seen those Smiths, so it's just me trying to be honest with myself. Thanks, Joe. what do you guys think? Should that be a spike or a hammer end? Oh yeah, that's how I am. You know, honestly, I haven't looked at anybody else's work. I have no idea what other people are doing. I've had a couple of the bladesmiths tell me what they were doing, but I haven't seen them. I'm just kind of going with the flow. I'm worrying about my sword. Probably a little too much. I've redone the edge 3 times on my sword. Not because it's not getting sharp, I just didn't like the edge geometry of the look of it, but I think I'm happy with it now. Thanks, Joe. Don't tell them that. All right. That thing is ridiculous. Why do you say that, Dragon's Forge? About the people not having a business to be in there? Hey, thanks for telling where the video is at. Appreciate that. I mean, I don't know what smiths you're talking about. I can think of a few that, to me, it sounded like they just hadn't been doing it that long, or I know they haven't been doing it that long, or they don't have the current setup to really be doing stuff like this. But all it takes is some determination and time. You know, you never know. And hell, everybody loves an underdog, so. All right. Let's pull that smaller one out and do some work on the anvil with it. Man, it's looking better. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Yeah, if you can't take advice, your ego's way too big. I don't care how good you are at something, but if somebody can't give you advice, you need to knock it down a peg. And if you're passing off others' work as your own, you should be ousted in the community. There's no place for that. But now you got me curious, who's claiming other people's work as their own? Man, this is stupid. I don't know, I'm at like 3/4 of an inch, maybe a little under towards the end. This thing is going to be ridiculous. This is not going to get done today. Especially because every time I do that with a power hammer, it just hurts my hands. because I'll have it off just a little bit. It's hard to tell if you've got it flat on the dies, and it'll start jumping around everywhere. It sucks. Hey, thanks, Dragon's Forge. All right, back to the little one. We're gonna go back to the press with it. Just want to do a couple things to that. Nobody ever answered me on whether that should be a spike or a hammer, so I'm gonna go with a hammer. We're going to go back and start working on the hole here. Just kind of cleaning it up. See, I still have no idea who that is. But you said you were going to message me, so we'll chat. I'm going to run and get an energy drink. I don't have any down here. I got to go up to the garage real quick, but it'll take me like a minute. Probably stupid because it's almost noon here, so I probably won't get much sleep tonight, but whatever. All right, hey everybody, if you're just joining, do me a favor, hit that follow button. Also hit that like button as many times as you can. Just tap it on your screen. That helps me show up in other people's For You page. Seattle, how you doing? I'm just over in Spokane, other side of the state. So I'm working on 2 axes. A smaller one, it's gonna be kind of like a tomahawk, and then a ridiculously big one. I'm not gonna finish it today. I don't even know if I'm gonna be a third of the way done with the shape of it today because it's stupid big and it's gonna get worse. But that's okay. All right, I'm gonna see what's up with my. So I was testing out my GoPro to do lives on YouTube, Facebook. I don't think the batteries are going to last long enough to do what I need to, but we're going to see. I'm going to go throw a new battery in it. Then when I get back, we're going to work on that smaller axe and then the bigger one again. Alright, I changed my mind on the GoPro. I'm going to just turn it off. Oh, that's right. We're not going to be at the press. Just mark right here. TikTok's being dumb? How so? Alright, I think the next step with that small one, we're going to switch to a round punch, whatever. Sorry, brain's a little lacking right now. See, and I have never heard of that person. But and I probably won't remember that name. I'm gonna try though. I don't know. After my live, we'll chat. That's still got a lot of meat. Now, I know I'm putting fish lips in this. I don't care. We're going to grind that off when we get to that point. It's just so much steel to move. Ooh, that's weird. Okay. We're going to switch to that round one. The end's all messed up, but I don't care. I'm just using this. So I just realized something with this. Actually, it was kind of in the back of my mind, but I don't have a way to heat treat this huge axe that I'm doing. So I'm gonna have to take this when it's done to a heat treat place that's local. I'm actually really lucky that we have one. But they heat treat stuff of any size. So I'll be able to get that heat treated properly. It's going to get to the point here pretty quick that I can't fit in that forge. And I don't know what I'm going to do at that point. I don't have an oxyacetylene, so I can't do it that way. I don't know. We'll see. Ooh. Yeah, no, I don't. I use a kiln for all my stuff. In fact, I bought one of the, there it is, vertical air baths from GenKen. I have my Paragon, but now that I've got that GenKen, I hardly use the Paragon. Actually, I've only really used it recently to anneal my billets and my blades for that matter, but yeah. But with this axe head, I don't know. I kind of have it envisioned in my head, but we'll see. I just don't know if my forge is big enough to do it. I don't know. actually looking really good. All right, so there's our shape. We're a little thick towards the edge, so we're going to do a little bit more work on the power hammer and start cleaning everything out. Then I got to straighten it and do all that stuff, but I'm actually kind of digging it, so that's cool. Okay, so I'm going to do one last power hammer hit on this big one. It's just wrecking my arms. So after this one, I'm going to set it aside and mess with it later, but we'll go back and start cleaning up that smaller one. Alright. That's what we got for the big paddle. Those are some fish lips. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not worried about that. I'll just grind them off. Though, if I wanted to put a high carbon edge on it, though this is 4140, so we're fine. All right. Yeah, cold pour would work really well for that. Yeah. Problem is I don't have one. I mean, I have one, but it's not usable. It's really old. I gotta do a bunch of work to it to get it usable. That may end up being what I have to do. I don't want to do that. What I'll probably do is see if I can find somebody local that has a coal forge. If I do that and borrow it, they'll let me. getting there. Okay. So now I'm at work on kind of that transition from the blade up to the handle eye, whatever. So I'm gonna work on that transition next with the power hammer, just some light kind of planching hits. And then I think I'm gonna start cleaning it up, straighten it out on the anvil. That big one's just stupid though. We'll see. We'll see how that big one goes. I mean, I guess worst case scenario, I go borrow or buy an oxyacetylene torch and do it the slow way. Or there's a possibility it might fit in my gen can. It'll just take forever to do, but that's what I gotta do. That's what I gotta do. I definitely did not charge enough for this order. But that's okay. That happens. Ooh, I better check. Okay. Now I've had those come out mid-hit, so try to be careful about it. Okay. Now let's go to the anvil. Oh, actually, that's right. I want to do the transition part real quick. That's about it for the power hammer. It's nice to have that noisy thing shut off. Okay. Okay. Got another sword I got to work on this week too. That I got several orders I got to work on this week. So really, my my wakizashi is going to be backburnered for a little bit, probably. Thank you, appreciate it. It's hard because I really want to work on it. I'm stoked about it, but customer orders come first. Oh, yeah, that's a lot. Are you going to make the shield boss by hand? Now we just got to straighten that blade side. And, yeah. Start planching, make it look better. If possible. We'll see. Oh, wow. You're making this. Oh, yeah. That's a lot of work, man. I don't even have the stuff to do that kind of thing right now. Are you good girl? Off. I did not tell you get up. Good girl. Hey, Mishka. Good girl. Up. Good girl. There you go. We'll get there. Probably by the end of the week you'll be good. Yeah. Right. Oh, good girl. Just one of the little punch pieces. The other one's over here. Yeah. I don't know where it went. Not a big deal. I don't save them. I got a bag full of them that I bought from somebody that I had intended to turn into coins, but they're too small. The size and the description was not accurate. And the worst part about it is they were all supposed to be an inch wide, and they're like a half an inch. Some of them are smaller, and around. I don't know. I don't need to go into some stupid rant. Alright, so I might have to do some tweaking on the vise. Nice. How's the pup doing, man? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my leg vise to tweak that blade a little bit, get it nice and lined up. Okay, I see what I need to do. So the face of that blade to where that hole is, it's just kind of like twisted like this. Right on. Oh. We'll give you guys a, I don't need this glove on right now. Give you guys a sneak peek of what I got going on with the Wakazashi. All right, so here's my inlaid stingray skin. This I'm pretty proud of. Go focus. Let's try this. I thought that was a cool idea. So, I just gotta wrap it and do all the finishing work, get the sheath done. It's always something. worked pretty well. Like, I really thought I was going to have to do more than that. But I straightened it out pretty good. Fortunately, that's not one of the really heavy swedge blocks. Though I do want one of the ones that has the indents for doing bowls and spoons and stuff. I think that would be fun. Someday. All right, now I just got to straighten out that edge a little more. So what do I got to work on? I've got a big cleaver I need to finish. Kitchen utility knife. I got 3 blades I'm heat treating. Oh, and Joe, my Amon clay finally came in. I was out of it. So this week, I'm going to be doing the heat treat on your machete, the Book of Eli machete. So I just want to make sure there's a Hamon on there. I really think it's going to look cool. It's going to be a lot of work. But I had sandblasted it down last week. I got to sandblast it again because it got oil, like splatter of oil on it. It's not good. Won't help the situation. But I've got 2 other blades that I decided to do with it. They're W2, so they'll kind of be my test before I do yours. But fingers crossed. I'm sure it'll be fine. Still didn't have it straight. Just looked like it from one angle. Oh, dang it. We're definitely off. Okay. Dang it. When I raise it up and I'm looking down, you've got the eyelet and the blade kind of goes like, starts over to the right, so I need to move everything over. So that is copper infused carbon fiber. Now I feel like I'm satisfied with the edge. Maybe. Maybe I'm not. Wow, this is... Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that. I got a spot right here I need to work on. I usually do really well, but I've had a lot of issues getting this edge just right, so looks like I'm not done. I think what I'll do is I'll go back to 800. Jeez, I already did that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna go back to 800 grit, walk it back up, and I don't know. Where's pretty well centered now. Off. Good. So close, but it's losing heat so quickly I can't quite get it. Good luck, man. What metal am I using? So the core is Damascus 1084 1520. The problem is I haven't had a whole lot of practice with really long blades on sharpening up. And this one's just past that point lengthwise of what I'm really used to sharpening. And so what I've done is I've tried a bunch of different things to try to help me. And a couple of them just didn't work out, so I started over. And yeah, but thanks, Dragon Forge. Yeah, I think I might just step down to, well, maybe I should step all the way down to 400 grit and then go up. 5160, yeah. I just gotta get that edge right. get that back end hot. I'm going to do a little cleanup on using the press and the drawing dies, just because a couple spots got a little out of wonk. And that, as long as that doesn't throw anything out, I'm pretty much done with it. Well, besides heat treat and grind. And making the handle for it, all that good stuff, but whatever. Yeah. It is out of wonk. Or it is wonky now. Okay. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put it in the press, blade side, and then I'm going to twist it and get it nice and straight. Kind of a pain, but whatever. Hopefully it'll be fine. Oh. Yeah, I think going back to what I was talking about with the edge on that, honestly, my problem's been I've been overthinking it and trying to get too accurate, and then I'll mess up just a little bit, go back, start over. I think I'm putting a little too much pressure on myself on this edge, but yeah. I don't know. Not quite. Getting close. Ooh. Right on. Yeah, after I finish my LBS sword and the special order sword I'm working on, I'm going to start working on a sword for the family. Something that can be passed down, cut the cake at weddings, that kind of thing. And it's going to be kind of weird. Well, not really weird, but it's going to be very different. So my wife's Korean, and I'm Norse and Irish. So kind of combine the two. So I'll have you know, a Viking style blade, but the guard and pommel are going to have a lot of Korean attributes to it. Oh, you know, and Dragon's Sword, I've done it before. I've sharpened swords before. It's just the pressure of this challenge and trying to get it just exact. I'm just wasting a lot of time. So. Nice. Yeah, I just haven't got it just right, and so I'll start over. And I don't know. I gotta stop. Maybe I will watch a video and refresh my memory on how to do it, because it has been since I've done a really long sword. It's probably been 8 months, 6-8 months. All right, oh yeah, that's ready. But I grabbed the wrong palm, so I may have screwed myself. Let's see. That was so slight. Okay, now I just gotta tweak the blade a little bit, and I'll be good. I'm not even gonna worry about fully planishing this thing. Yeah, the press was the first big piece of equipment I got. I talked to a lot of bladesmiths like Jason Knight and Pirate Forge and those kind of guys, and this was real early on. I was trying to figure out what power hammer or press, and they talked me into a press, and I'm very glad they did. I love this press. I wish I had gotten a 25 ton. Maybe someday I'll upgrade. I don't know. Probably not, because that stuff's so expensive. That's why I say I'm just too much of a perfectionist. Not with everything, but certain things. Oh, you need the grinder first. Forget the press. Yeah, press should come after the grinder, definitely. Yeah, grinder was my first piece of equipment, not the press. The press was my first big piece of equipment, and I've upgraded since on my grinder. I use a Broadbeck now. I kind of like them. I just wish they'd sponsor me. Sponsor me for belts, that would be awesome. But yeah, take a look at Broadbeck. They actually have payment options now, and the resale value on the Broadbacks are awesome. So even if something happens and you've got to sell it, yeah, I mean, you can do it with those, but you know, a 2x72 with the attachments just makes life so much easier. And the attachments that Broadbeck have, they're awesome. Swung a hammer like really lightly, is that what you mean? I'm just trying to tweak it, so. Alright, that looks good to me. Hang it over here. Thank you, Rascal. They start around $2,000 for this setup, and that's, you know, comes with the VFD, the motor, all that good stuff. And then you can get the attachments. I don't remember the exact price off the top of my head. I bought the one with the attachment. Yeah, $3,200 I think is for the whole. Is that with all their attachments? I can't remember for sure. They have one that's got all their attachments within a kit. I think except for, in fact, I know it doesn't come with the surface grinder. That's what I was trying to think of. As I'm staring at it on the big framing hatchet. Yeah, kind of. Just something for fun. Finish it, probably put it up for sale. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I can't express enough the recommendation I have to buy a really good 2x72 grinder. Every blade you make has to go by it, has to touch that grinder, even if it's just the handle. And the attachments make everything so much easier. See, I looked into the induction forges, and they're very limited. It's great for doing edge work and stuff like that, or if you're doing a differential quench, something like that, that's great. But just forging, especially talking to some of the guys that run it, it's useless because you can't get a real big piece of steel. Now, I'm just going off of what I'm told, and when I've watched people use them, it's what goes through my head. So I have not actually used one, but I have talked to bladesmiths that have them, and they love them for what they use them for. But they've told me that it's not something you have to have. If you got a forge, it's just something that makes certain things easier and quicker. Hey, Chris. Yeah, and Chris, unfortunately, I'm about to get off the live. I just finished a little bearded axe that I'm working on. I have big axe that I'm working on. I'll show you that. This thing is just stupid. I should, after it cools down, weigh it. But I've still got a long ways to go on this stupid thing. Like a long ways. Looks like a flipper. I could see with, doing blacksmith work, drawing out stuff to a point, that kind of thing, when you're working with round stock and stuff, but I can't, maybe if you're doing integrals, that might be nice. In fact, I think I've seen somebody use it for integrals. But yeah, I don't know. I had wanted to get one, and then my desires kind of changed because I need a new drill press. I need a new sandblast cabinet. My bandsaw kind of works. It's all right. It's just an old Craftsman. I don't like it. Just stuff like that. There's a few other small things that I want to upgrade. Yeah, Chris, it is. The other one I did, it's probably still hot. So let me grab my tongs. In fact, I'm sure it's still hot. The other one I did, it's definitely still hot. But yeah, I think that one came out decent. Get it all cleaned up on the grinder. I think I'm going to do a deep etch on it just because I can see some pattern on the back of this. And I'm just curious. If that'll come out and show up more. I don't know. Probably not, but who knows? All right. Well, that's it for my Monday live. Man, my hair's a mess. I'm actually thinking about growing my hair out again. It's been a while. I kind of miss it. As weird as it is, I kind of miss it. I don't know why. I've seen some pictures from a couple years ago when I had longer hair. It was like shoulder length at one time, and I don't know. No, it wasn't Damascus, but it was a solid piece of 4160 round stock. And even when I cut into it, I could see a pattern of layers from when they made the steel. I don't think that I can etch that and it's going to do anything, but I'm still going to try because why not? If it did, that would be really cool. If not, oh well. I'm actually thinking putting that on an extra long handle. I don't know. We'll see. I got a ways to go on that. But, all right. That's all I got. I know it was a shorter live this week. If I can, I'm going to do another live later this week. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't really have a plan for this week, and I'm okay with that. But I know I got a lot of stuff to do today, a lot of admin stuff to do, so whatever. It's part of the deal, right? So, all right, everybody. Hey, thanks for watching. As always, be kind, much love, and you all have a great week.